in. But yeah, that's the devil went down to Georgia. That's a great fucking song. All right, so let's put this together. All right, so we've been following the theme, two themes. One's about war and guns and a whole lot of violence and shit. We really don't want to deal with that today. The other one, well, we are going to deal with that shit. Well, the other one is the Civil War. Well, you can run these two themes together, but I'm looking at two different themes. They run a lot of plays at the same time, but the stories that make the big news, right? Let's check it out. Now, what's happened? This is last year, right? 2022, Buffalo, New York, right? May 14th, 2022. This guy Peyton Gendron, right, goes into a top supermarket, right, in Buffalo, New York, shooting up shooting up the whole store, right? So that happened last year, right? Racially motivated shooting. Okay. Now this is a fight that happened. The Montgomery Brawl, right? Now, this is this year. Now this happened. I'm gonna say it like this: Black social media was happy, right? And then this happened. Guess what? Black social media was happy again. I said, "Uh oh, I know what's coming." Oh, wait a minute. Before we get to that, right? The latest. So Donald Trump is yeah, before he went to jail, I was like, he ain't got no chance of winning this. This is gonna be DeSantis, hands down. No. He went to jail and got the power. He got the juice. He's more popular now. I wish I had my Twitter up. I'll show you because I showed Trump caravan going by and somebody yelled out F Trump. But on Twitter, people got their cameras out and it was a lot of it was support for Trump so too. So it is what it is. So Trump, man, right before we get to this event that just happened, Trump went to jail. He's gonna try to run for the 60th presidential election, right? The 60th. Now in 1960 there was a presidential election. That guy was John F. Kennedy, right? Who won that? In 1860 there was a presidential election. That was Abraham Lincoln who won that. All right, we both know what happened with that. Their demise. Let me show y'all this right quick. Show y'all this right quick, man. We both know what happened, with that 1960 and that 1860, what eventually, right? Now look, check this out. March, hold on. Look at that date, yeah. Hold on. The date's March 12th, 2016. March is the third month. Add one and two up. That's three. So that's 33. Remember the Simpsons prediction? The two Donald Trumps. The Donald Trump with the blue tie is the real Donald Trump. The Donald Trump with the red tie is fake. Shout out to Dick Gregory. This on a date with 33 numerology. You see how he jumped? You see the fear in Trump face. All right. So yeah, let's keep it pushing. Trump gets locked up. That was what day was it, yeah? Get my days mixed up. No, everything had this August 8th kind of vibe, right? So yeah, Trump ran for the 60th presidential election, right? 60 is the N word, right? Also 42 is the N word. 42 is also war. If you take Donald Trump initials, DT, D is the fourth letter, T is the 20th, right? So 420, which is the weed number too, right? 420. And 420, April 20th is Hitler's birthday too. So a lot of connections with that 42, right? 42 connected with the N word, like Jackie Robinson wearing the number 42, all right? So yeah. 60th presidential election, bruh. I'm looking at this. That's 60. All right. So 59th presidential election, Joe Biden wins, right? Along with his vice president, which is a woman of color, which they call it now. They call it a woman of color. Kamala Harris. All right. So boom. Now we got the 60th presidential election. It's the N word. So that's when you see 60 and 42, and it's the N word. That's usually a shaming ritual. I got a video on my other channel about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight and how it was around the number 60. All right, for a shaming ritual. All right, so here we go, man. Shooting at the Dollar General, y'all. The Dollar General, DG. All right, D is the fourth letter, G is the seventh. All right, so that's 47 right there. All right, Jacksonville shooting. Let's get some information about what happened.
There were tears and deep grief outside the Dollar General store in the northwest section of Jacksonville, where police say a white man filled with hate.
You see how it was on Kings Road? The shooting took place on Kings Road, all right? I think matter of fact, today is the 60th anniversary of Martin Luther King I Had a Dream speech. So there's another 60, all right? On King Road, right? Like the Queen died, now we got a king. Hey, and it's a movie coming out, Nun 2. It comes out September 8th. That's the day that the Queen died. It's called Nun 2. So that's weird too. We're gonna get to that. All right, but let's finish this off. But yeah, it's weird that this is on King Road, right? Now we got a king. All right. LeBron is king too, man. And with that NBA 2K. Matter of fact, man, I can show you that. The date that the NBA 2K video game is coming out, right? It's for Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, last game, he scored 60 points. He wore the number 24. The date that video game comes out, and Kobe's on the cover of it, it has a date of 60 numerology, right? 60 and 24. All right, so this stuff, it lines up, yeah.
Man filled with hate launched a devastating attack.
Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
Police say the gunman, who was in his 20s, donned a bulletproof vest and mask in the predominantly black neighborhood before entering the store. They say he was armed with a handgun and an AR-15 style rifle painted with...
Yeah, see, the same way that the guy in Buffalo, right, at Peyton Gendron, way he put writing, right, with white paint on his gun, right? And we know this is an election year, right? Politics is gonna play a big part of this, and the Second Amendment, right? Let me make sure I say it right. The only reason we have a First Amendment is because we have a Second Amendment. Right? Whatever the right for free speech, it's backed up. Your right to free speech is backed up by the fact that you got the right to bear arms too. All right, so keep that in mind too. But yeah, it's very similar to how that the Buffalo Tops supermarket shooting, how he decorated his gun or painted his gun, you know what I'm saying, the same way. But he had put the number 14 on it. Right. I didn't really get a good look and see if this guy put numbers on it. Right.
Swastikas, and that he killed 2 black men and a black woman, then took his own life.
At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called.
I gotta do this, yeah. I'm sorry, man. Look, it's on King Road, right? And he used the AR-15, man. I'm sorry. It bothers me because his name is Austin Reeves and he wears the number 15. And I'm bringing up LeBron for a reason. And this happens in Jacksonville, which Jacksonville is gonna have a pretty good team this year in the NFL. All right, so like I said, all this stuff runs together, it's connected. All right.
The Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already began shooting in Jacksonville.
Police say the gunman left behind racist writings at his family's home.
It's just something that should not and must not continue to happen in our community.
The attack comes exactly 5 years after a shooting at a video game tournament in Jacksonville that left 2 people dead and injured 10 others. Police say the gunman's writings indicate that may have been why he committed the shooting this weekend. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
So that's weird. Coming exactly 5 years after that
Brother,
shooting
young
with the
Pharaoh.
gamer, right? And that happened in Jacksonville too. Okay, so let's keep pushing. Now we at CBS 47. I believe this is the news channel down in Jacksonville, right? Action News Jacksonville, right? It's CBS 47. And 47 is gonna be a big number in this. Let's keep pushing.
Jacksonville has suffered the loss of 3 precious lives at the hands of an active shooter.
So as soon as I walked right past him, I heard, "Bah, bah." I turned around, I seen him drop.
No, he targeted a certain group of people, and that's black people. That's what he said he wanted to kill.
This makes no sense. I am very, very angry right now. I'm emotional. You know, we got kids in this community seeing all of this, and this is unnecessary.
I can't even begin to tell you how frustrating this is for all of us.
Tonight, a mass shooting in Jacksonville. Right before 2 this afternoon, police say a man in a vest and mask shot and killed 3 people at a Dollar General on Kings Road. Sheriff T.K. Waters says the shooting was racially motivated.
And today is 60 years after Dr. King's I Had a Dream speech. All right, so let's dig into this a little bit more. So this number I've been telling you about, the number 61, right? Terrence Crawford, 61 days after his birthday, wins the biggest fight of the year, right? I said Aaron Rodgers, 61 days before this first game of the NFL season. It was his birthday. Okay, so yeah, Dollar General. Like I said, DG, right? D is the 4th letter, G is the 7th, so that's 47. All right. 47 is a big number with authority. All right. You see it also come out to the reverse, which is 74. 74 is a huge number in Gematria when it comes to religion. Right. Now, all these numbers share the number 74. And it's meaning that they share the same energy, right? That same energy is our intelligence, right? So I know it's kind of blurry, y'all, so I'll read it off, right? So Jesus 74, Lucifer 74, occult 74, Jewish 74, gospel 74, Muhammad 74. Also, the number 74, if you add it up, 7 plus 4 is 11. All right, I'm gonna go back to that 11. So Messiah 74, Masonic 74, Cross 74, Joshua 74, Energy 74, Parable 74, English 74, Gematria 74. I believe this English language was made up to do business, you know what I'm saying, across seas, would be across cultures, you know what I'm saying. English is the easiest language to learn, you know what I'm saying, but I think they uh embedded it with curses and spells though at the same time, you know what I'm saying. That's why English stuff pops up on here with the rest of this stuff, you know. uh a lot of stuff, the origins trace back to uh shit, man. But the church, the Catholic Church, just the big church. All right, so yeah, that's 7 plus 4 equal 11. This is Gary's the number guy. All right, I want to introduce you to him. Gary is like one of the first people that introduced me to numerology. It was actually a black guy who introduced me to numerology, but Gary took it to a whole nother level because Gary was making money out of sports and shit. So that really piqued my interest. So here's Gary just to give you a rundown on the number 11, right?
Yeah, 9/11.
Okay.
So again, like I told everyone before, 9/11 happened on 11. The first plane to hit the World Trade Center for 11. New York City, 11 letters. The Pentagon, 11 letters. Even that plane that crashed in Shanksville, that was again 11 letters. The president at the time was George W. Bush, 11 letters. They attacked Afghanistan on 10/7/2001. Take out the zeros. 17201, again 11. At that point, I'm like, okay, what the is going on? And you know, it's not like I figured this out automatically. I'm like, this just looks very suspicious to me.
But you think they're deliberately
doing
it, casting it?
That's the conclusion I came to. I didn't know in 2001. I just thought it was a coincidence that should be studied.
What would you say to someone?
Okay, yeah. So there'll be a coincidence that should be studied. You know, he's saying he's seeing all these 11s. He's like, it's weird, right? So he's about to give you why they use the number 11.
Comes over, like for instance, say you're a baseball, you have a baseball team, and your team blows the lead in the 9th inning, like 15 times in a row. You're going to start looking for things like what the fuck is going on. Or if you're a football player and your team wins it at the last second every single time for 10, 15 games in a row with the field goal. Or even better yet, something hits the goalpost 10 times in a row. Something's wrong. The math doesn't add up. So when I saw stuff like that, I was like, okay, time to investigate. And you know what really got me? History. That's what you really got to study. Even if it's the victor's history, you have to study history. And the reason you have to study it is because they can't lie about the dates. They can lie about everything. They say the reason it happened, the circumstance, they can lie about everything. They can't lie about they can't lie about the date.
But hold on. You're saying it's a more cataclysmic event if they do it on the September 11th.
Correct.
Do you get more of that cosmic energy?
No, because people get more emotional under 11 energy. And because people get more emotional, they're going to get more out of the experience.
To go into the Middle Eastern wars.
You're going to terrorize people. And that's exactly what they want. If I was doing things like that, I would do it on 11 days. Fuck.
Facts. All right, so yeah, 11, very emotional number. If you go up to 22, that's an emotional number too. Like JFK killed on 11/22. All right, so they know what they're doing. Yeah, so let's keep it pushing. Now he said they can't lie about the dates. All right, they can't lie about the dates. Let's go from Buffalo. This is Buffalo. The shooting 5/14/2022 to the day of that shooting, right? Which is 8/26. Add the 2 and the 6 up, you get another 8. So that's 88. All right, we've been dealing with that number with Trump. All right, so the time between dates, right? I had to include the end date, right? It comes out to 470 days, 470, 47. Right? Dollar General, DG, 47. Like I said, the date that the Buffalo shooting happened on, it was a 61 date numerology. All right, NBA Finals started on June 1st, another 61. All right, so let's run down these 47s. All right, so let's do the 61 and the 47. 61 and 47, that's the guns, right? Like I said, political year, they want to take our guns or they want to act like it, but they just want that energy at the end of the day, right? So yeah, 61, 47 for guns, all right? Another play, another ploy. Even if we look at the compass and square, right? Compass equals 47 degrees, all right? Square equals 90 degrees. 47 plus 90 equals 137. 137 equals the 33rd prime number. All right, so everything connected. The FF word 33, destiny 33, order, federal 33, masonry 33, secrecy, occultist, justice, Genesis, society, all 33, right? So we take that 47 plus that 90. That's usually how it works, right? Today's moon date. I mean, today the moon is illuminated at 90 degrees, right? That's a coincidence, I guess. All right, so yeah, keeping it pushing with the 47s, man. Jesus Christ, right? All right, so that time date, 470 days. Let me show you how I know this is political, right? And like I said, 47 is a number of government and authority. All right, so 47 government, Democrat, Uncle Sam, Ukraine, Russell. I put Russell up there because I've been saying they're using Russell in place of Russia, right? People that we call Russell, we nickname them Russ. All right, so that's why I put that up there, right? So Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook, two players to keep an eye on this year too. All right, 16th, like the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, 47, White House, 47, races, 47. Like I said, these numbers, these names, you add them up, you get the number value. The number value is representing the energy around it, right? 4 plus 7, 11. Yeah. Even Trump, like I said, Trump is 88, right? Representing the split in time, right? Split in time of what? Probably a political split in time, a government split in time, or a ruler, all right? Now, Trump had to go see the judge. Now, when this happened last year, right? His name is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has hit the most home runs in any season, right? In MLB history, right? Hit 62 home runs, right? So yeah, and I knew I'm like, there's something's coming up with a Judge. Something's gonna happen with a Judge. All right. So yeah, even 47, as you can see, all right, Caesar 47, Judge 47. Like Trump had to go see the judge, then the judge hits the gavel, then the judge gives out time, right? All 47s. All right. We gonna skip that, but y'all see it. All right. So Republican 47, just like Democrat 47, Republican 47, government 47, all right, president 47, authority 47, 81 is 47. Just like Kobe Bryant scoring 81 points on his 666th birthday, that was a ritual. Right? Ritual 81. Joe Biden, I do believe next year will be 81. All right. So yeah, man. DG 47. And even if you spell it out, you get 74. You know, the reverse of it. So man, this was wild, bruh. Okay, so yeah, another shooting, mass shooting. And I was saying this. I was saying this 2 years ago. Mass shooting sounds like Massachusetts, right? Boston. Uh, at that time, Boston was going to the final, so that's why that mass shooting in Massachusetts. I was running with that heavy, you know. But we'll definitely see what's gonna happen, you know, this year. But these are big numbers, y'all. These numbers I'm calling out, man, big numbers, especially the 47. Oh yeah, the Denver Nuggets, y'all. How y'all let me forget this? How y'all let me forget this? The Denver Nuggets, y'all, won the NBA Finals after how many years? 47 years on the dot. In the 47. So that's another reason why I knew this number was gonna be really big, right? Denver Nuggets, 47 years. I'm like, now I knew 47 was dealing with the government. All right. The fact that he was playing the Heat, which the Heat logo looks like for those who don't know, everybody don't watch the sports, so you know what I'm saying. Let me pull it up for y'all, man. Bear with me, man. Hit the like button for your brother, man. How about that? Heat. Yeah, here we go. Miami Heat logo. You know, it looks like Saturn or the sun could represent either one of them, but it look like the world's on fire, right? So a fire nugget that ended up being the tiny island of Maui or Hawaii. All right, so let's do this right quick, man, because just so I could get some of this stuff off my screen. I got a lot of stuff up here, man. All right. So yeah, even though I was talking about government authority, presidents, it goes back, and even Caesar, it goes back to ruler or rulership, right? So I wanted to type that out, ruler, just to let y'all see, 74 and 61. All right, so let's do this. Switch up right quick. The soul to the soul. I was thinking about this. All right, the soul to the soul. Feet is important, grounding is important. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this before. Being able to ground your feet to the earth. You know what I'm saying? And then that made me think, well, damn, who invented shoes? Who didn't want us to be grounded to the earth? What type of weird person would do this type of thing? So then we find out the strange shoe-shaped tombstones that appear throughout Jewish cemeteries in the Ukraine are viewed by the author as a symbolic of the desire of the messianic redemption. Shoes have also been a way for Jews to distinguish themselves from Gentile populations amongst who they lived for generations. All right, so yeah, maybe it's these people wanted us to wear shoes. The Hebrews, right? Because the shoe has a soul, right? Soul to soul. Now, what really just shocked me, right? This just shocked me. Before we do the shocking, let me make something clear. All right, so the shoe and the soul. The soul keeps you from the ground. All right, so your soul keeps you from the ground. Right, keeps you from being, and it keeps you from being grounded. All right, so protects you from the ground, but it's also keeping you from the ground. All right, if that makes sense. Now, a shoe, right? I do believe it comes from the Egyptians, right? Now, Shu was a god. He was the god in between Net and Geb. All right. So he's the guy in between worlds. Right? Shu. He's the one that holds it all together. Uh the god of air. All right. So Shu, he's the god in between worlds. He's a lot like Jesus, because Jesus was technically basically a god in between worlds. Right? The earth and the heavens. All right. So that's why his name is Yeshua. All right. So you got Shu and then you got Yeshua. And both of them are representing a God in between worlds. All right, so Shu and Yeshua. All right, a God in between worlds. That's why in the end, when they crucify him, they put him in between two thieves. All right, represent this more symbolism. All right. Now the two thieves, all right, through life, we walk through life, and it's been represented in cartoons by the angel and the demon. Right. That's why they tell us to walk the straight and narrow path, because you're gonna be getting pulled on both sides, right? But the straight and narrow path, it ain't that wide, it ain't that thick. It is a straight and narrow path, like a tightrope. All right. Now look, walking a tightrope, what you got to do? What is he doing? Why he got his arms out? Why do he got his arms out? Yeah, for balance. All right, so that goes right back to the cross. They telling you stuff without telling you stuff. Is what I'm trying to say. Having the balance. All right, the God in between both worlds, getting pulled from each side. Right. Without his energy, those two sides make up. Right. It creates this toroidal field. Right. Well, actually, your heart makes the toroidal field. Right. The electromagnetic field of the heart. Right. Just the same thing. And if you look real good, you can see the ram's head, right, coming from the heart, making a 360-degree electromagnetic field around the human being. All right, the toroidal field. So, boom, you got the ram's head, which is Aries, and you got the toroidal field, the Taurus field, which is Taurus. All right. So let me try to get up out of here. Gotta get off here, man. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to make sure I got everything. Yeah, I want to make sure y'all pay attention to the Green New Deal too. All right. Like I said, green screen Joe Biden. All right, his favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles. It's green. Be on the lookout for the Green New Deal. Talks about the Green New Deal. That one lady, AOC, she's big into that, the Green New Deal. All right, so I think we're gonna get news about that next year, 2024. Like I said, 2024 is an 8 year, so it's a year. There should be a year of abundance, right? I don't think the stock market and all that stuff's gonna come back, only for it to go back down again. All right, so yeah, and yeah, a lot of talk about these F-16s too. So like we've been talking about 16, you know, we've been talking about 16 with the president, 16 president. All right, so oh yeah, I didn't even get to. Oh man, I got off track. Here we go. All right, so now, yeah, we was talking about shoes. My bad, y'all. Hold up. Because Nike, all right, my favorite shoes is Nike, but Nike has a history. She has an origin, right? It is a woman, it's a goddess named Nike, the goddess of victory. All right, she's the one who slain the bull, right? Nike's most famous athlete played for the Bulls. All right, so boom. I did a video about books, right? I thought I was gonna get my head chewed off right, for doing that video, but it went pretty good. Uh, the paper, right, and the soul, and the importance of the soul, and grounding your feet, right. And who invented these shoes? Well, they get you right at birth, bro. They get you right at birth with the paper, the papyrus, right. Now this ain't the paper you just go buy at the 99-cent store and get you 99 pieces of paper. Nah, this ain't that paper. This paper is a special paper. It's woven and weaved a special way. Then you take your soles of your feet, right? The symbolism. You take the soles of your feet and your parents unknowingly sign your ass over to the state, your soul over to the state. You can have the body. That ain't what they want. That ain't what this is about, right? The Civil War, that ain't even really the biggest war that we going through. The silent spiritual war that's been raging on for shit, since I'm 39 years old before I was here.
It's so eloquently put earlier. At a certain point, you end up losing yourself, and that's why that band System of the Down was singing. You lose yourself, but you find it all. Okay, so what they're referring to is that like on an initiation like what Kanye is dealing with right now, it was in his contract because it was written by Kabbalists. And they know your two-dimensional signature, which your signature is a two-dimensional imprint of you. You write that in ink, it's a special kind of pen. They slip it on you. The paper is different too. A real contract like money doesn't come on the paper that you buy at, that you buy at Kinko's. It comes on a paper that has been woven a certain way because they're papists. They work with paper. That's why I was saying that's the tree missing link thing. There are certain trees that are aligned with what you would say is the dark side, like willows. And when you blend these trees and you write certain spells on you,
like willows, like holly, like the Hollywood from the holly tree, and I just found out cedar pine is one of those trees too. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, man, please hit the like button for me. Comment, subscribe. Appreciate all that. I'll check y'all out, man. Peace. We out.